The Money Cure, written by Linda Peer, narrated by Benjamin Fife. Chapter 1. Trouble. Go where the money is, Gemma thought. That's what my parents told me, and I did what they said. I went to work for the ultra-wealthy, for billionaires even, and where did it get me? Incarcerated. Gemma waited in restricted confinement for interrogation, for the Inquisition as she thought of it. The cell was a cinder-block desert, with no view, no information, and nothing to do. It housed a cot, a sink, and a toilet, all adamantly fastened to the floor. It smelled like the masking chemicals used in public lavatories, and like a confined hallway where too many people had breathed, and then again like a cafeteria for the homeless. I want to jump out of my skin. I want to fly away through the safety glass window. I can imagine that, flying up and out the window like a ghost, or a photon, or an idea. A guard collected Gemma from her cell and seated her in the interview room across a scarred metal table from her interrogators. They did not even look up from their tablet computers, and she watched them, fearful. The man was young and lean, with the sharp, knowing expression of an expert butcher about to start work. The woman was middle-aged and softer, with hair cut in the Prince Valiant style. Like many contemporary visual signifiers, those historical hairstyles, pixie, crew cut, fade, wet mop, indicated sets of values. In the case of Prince Valiant, the values were called the old-fashioned, including nuclear family living, canned vegetables, and limited child labor. Although the woman looked gentler than the man, she too had sought employment as an interrogator. The woman looked up with a concerned expression and asked, "Gemma Larsdottir, I think you will miss lunch. Would you like a sandwich?" As Gemma reached for a peanut butter sandwich, the male interrogator said, "You will be charged with accepting money to produce and spread anti-government propaganda under the Special Bioterrorism Powers Act of 2035. "Under the new law? The new Emergency Act?" asked Gemma. "Yes?" The woman said, "This is just an information-gathering session. It will not be used as evidence against you. We want your help to find the originators of the cure, or as it is properly called, the abominable reversal, and the people who spread it." She said the word cure with distaste. Not used as evidence against me. What about against others? Gemma was silent. No one has asked me a question. The interrogators were also silent and simply stared at Gemma. Finally, she could not repress her thoughts and asked about the offense she was accused of. "Does the law consider images questioning the behavior of non-governmental actors to be anti-government?" Again, the interrogators said nothing. Gemma knew that the legal principle that you are innocent until proven guilty had been deeply eroded by the assertion that if you are arrested, you must have done something wrong. People said, "Where there is smoke, there is fire," and the smoke could be as insubstantial as an influencer's accusation in a media. The woman asked, "Do you know the anti-fascist furries who abducted Mr. Douglas Smith?" "I only know what I saw on the newses, like everyone." Gemma felt a tiny wavelet of relief. They were asking about something she truly knew nothing about. "Does your friend Oz Vasquez know the anti-fascist furry abductors of D. Smith?" the male interrogator asked. "Not that I know of," answered Gemma truthfully. "Smith was abducted, and then he was the first billionaire to experience the cure. Don't you think that is suspicious?" "I don't know. Tell us anything you know about the relationship between those two events." Gemma paused and frowned. She said, "Someone once told me that he is not just any billionaire." "Who said that?" "Maybe someone at Spa Renew You." That was the first untruth she'd told, and she hoped it was just a misdirection. The male read his tablet and said, "You were involved in Smith's treatment at Spa Renew You." He looked at Gemma. "One of your co-workers told us that. What was your involvement?" "I was asked to do someone else's job because Mr. Smith likes blondes. Usually I'm a server in the spa's maid cafe. You know, like they have in Japan." Please let them think about the cafe rather than Smith. "We wear short skirts and little aprons," Gemma added. The man repressed a smile. The woman asked, "Did your bosses, the Silver Kings, or anyone else at the spa profit from the cure? Did anyone pay them to administer it?" "Not that I know of." "Are any anti-fascist furries working at the spa?" "Not that I know of." The man said, "Someone says you and Oz took the cure to Spa Renew You, and Oz administered it to Smith. Tell us what you did." Now I have to be careful. "That sounds like an accusation. I would like to have a lawyer present." "Oh, he is just testing you," the woman interrogator said. To the man she added, "Take it easy." She turned back to Gemma. "The cure has been declared bioterrorism. We want your help to stop this criminal activity. You may know things you do not realize you know. Tell us everything you remember about Spa Renew You, Oscar Vasquez, and his associates, and your assistance will be understood as proof of good citizenship. It will benefit you when your case is examined." Gemma said plaintively, "Many people support the cure. When I was brought to the jail, I saw people demonstrating outside with vid signs that read, 'Defend the cured billionaire's right to generosity, and cure ourselves to a better world.' I am just a supporter, like many other people." The male inquisitor leaned back, his eyes narrowed. He said, "No worries, we have arrested many other people like you." He smiled malevolently, flared his nostrils, and said, "We often hold a suspect on a minor charge like yours, and add more serious charges as we discover more evidence." The woman said, "Whoever you helped are probably individuals you think of as friends. Maybe you were not aware of their illegal activities. Maybe they are not really your friends." The man said, "Perhaps they used you. At least one of them has betrayed you." All three were silent. The male inquisitor said, "The next time we speak to you, we expect you to tell us everything you can remember." The inquisitors got up and walked out. Chapter 2. Creativity's War with Money. In the beginning, before meeting Oz, before even moving to California, Gemma was just trying to make enough money to buy time, spacious time, for her creative life. She was an anomaly in her era. She did not aspire to be a well-paid fashion model, wearing the latest couture on a runway or at a dance club, although she could have been. Nor did she want to be a style influencer, a person who profits by teaching the magic of makeup and clothing. No, Gemma loved graphic novels. She aspired to write and illustrate stories in which readers lost themselves. She wanted to delight and provoke an audience. Like an aspirant influencer, a graphic novelist is an entrepreneur who, unless she finds investors, not common, must begin her career by creating without being paid. Her ambitions required both time to work and money to live. Debts intensified Gemma's predicament. She thought, "I made a few mistakes. That gym membership seemed like a good idea, with the inexpensive first year, but then it auto-renewed. My struggles to end it taught me to read the fine print, and I have student loan debt. I wanted and needed those years of learning, but I didn't foresee the financial consequences. Who hasn't made mistakes? Mistakes in love? Financial mistakes? Any young person would benefit from a little forgiveness in life." After Gemma got her degree, the struggle to afford to stay in New York crushed her relationship with her sweetheart, Will. She moved back to live with her parents in a small city in Utah. she wrote in her journal.